Robert RCRedBaron for HobbyKing. Today I'd like to introduce you to our first ever series of How to Do 3D. I'd like to introduce you to a very good friend of mine, Michael Wargo, HobbyKing's newest 3D pilot. He's been a professional pilot flying for years, multiple sponsorships. You may have seen him at the noon demo shows at Joe, Knoll, and Seth. Michael, today what are we going to be doing for us?
Well, today we're going to be discussing knife edge flight. Actually, we're going to be discussing controlled, precise knife edge flight.
What we're talking about is controlled knife edge flight. The plane can really be controlled well on its knife edge as long as you understand how the controls move and how the flight surfaces affect your flight. Whether the plane's large or small, all it takes is a little practice to master knife edge flight. All right, what we're going to do is try and set up for a knife edge. We're going to lay the plane on its side, deflect the rudder, and add power when it starts getting a little too low. Biggest mistake most people make with a knife edge is they want to use the rudder for altitude. So what I'm trying to say is, as the plane is on its side, they use the rudder to determine how high the plane is. They come down a little bit and they add more rudder to level off. And this is actually the opposite of the way it's supposed to happen. What we want to do is set the angle of the knife edge with the rudder. And we're going to set it, that's the angle I want, maybe a little higher alpha angle. And now I'm going to use the throttle to let the plane come down. And I'm going to add throttle to have the plane go up. So that's why many people have a very difficult time keeping the plane on knife edge and coming low. You can even go very high, set your angle, and fall very steep. If you look at the angle of the rudder, it's pretty well deflected. I just have the throttle really low. Now I'm going to add throttle and bring the plane out exactly where I'd like it to come out. It's a little windy, getting bumped around. What we're trying to do is we're trying to achieve controlled knife edge flight. Now, there's other things that are playing a role here. Number one is the fact that I have to use the elevator to push it away from me or pull it towards me. So if I want it to go right by me, I'm making those adjustments all on the elevator. Ultimately, in knife edge and any part of 3D flight, we're trying to control the airplane at every possible attitude. So instead of entering the knife edge, just rolling real fast and adjusting, we're going to gradually add the rudder and make it look elegant and intentional. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of roll it slowly and gradually add more rudder, and then again we're going to let the plane fall until I'm ready to arrest its sink rate with the throttle. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing anything that dramatic with the way it's falling when you're trying it. What I would try and do is sustain a nice level attitude. Roll it, don't panic on the rudder, just hit it when you're ready, let it fall a little bit and maintain it. Add a little throttle. We don't have to go that low. On your first few attempts, do it up high. But my last little tip is to make sure that you're doing every knife edge pass, especially when you start, perpendicular to yourself, dead parallel with the runway, even though we're doing it in a different direction today. Number one, they look better, they look more intentional, and you're not just flying around in circles just throwing it on its knife edge. You can see exactly what your attitude is, you can see exactly how much you have to adjust, and flying in straight lines always looks better. At any air show or any demonstration flight, you always see them flying dead down the runway in this knife edge configuration. This time we're going to hold a real high knife edge, real high alpha, angle of attack. Almost stop the airplane. If you have really good control of the elevator, you can bring the plane very, very close to you, close to the ground. It's all very controllable.
Thanks for watching. watching. I hope you learned a little something, and if you have any questions, just post your comments below.
All right, Mike, fantastic flying. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
So there you go, Michael Wargo flying his Yak 55 from HobbyKing, showing you how to do successful knife edges. So Mike, what are we going to be doing for him next time?
I think next time we're going to focus on the Harrier. The Harrier is a very fundamental maneuver in 3D flight. The definition of 3D flight is when the plane is stalled. So what we want to do is keep people from going right up into a hover and learn how to control the airplane in a Harrier configuration.
That sounds fantastic. Mike, well, thanks again for joining us out here. You all stay tuned. Come back and join us next time for when we learn how to do the Harrier.